Hey guys, we're at this neighborhood in Huntington Beach, and basically what we have is we have a outlet that is giving a problem to the breaker. It's a 15 amp breaker. It's a microwave on a 15 amp breaker, and it's tripping the breaker. And we're here to see like how much is pulling on that 15 amp breaker. We don't know if it's pulling too much. We don't know the situation, so we're just going to go in there and we're going to go ahead and take everything off that circuit, unplug everything, and then plug the microwave and make sure we get a 0 reading. Then we'll plug the microwave back in all by itself and get an amp reading to see how many amps that thing is pulling. We'll start with that. Okay guys, here's the microwave. So we're gonna go around with this tape, and we got the 15 amp breaker that feeds that off. We're gonna go around and find every outlet that is not working right now, so we know what's on that circuit. So we're gonna go around with this tape and mark every outlet that doesn't have power, and then we'll go from there. So we're just going to go through the whole house, checking outlets and figuring out what has power and what does not, and mark it with the tape. And then from there we'll probably plug the microwave back in. Well, then from there we're also going to unplug everything as we mark it with tape, and then we're going to hope we go out there and turn on the breaker and it has 0 amps. If it does, then we'll plug that in and we'll get a reading from that. This could be like either pulling way too much for a 15 amp along with the other stuff, or it could be a bad microwave. Who knows? But we're gonna figure it out, hopefully. Hey guys, we were just unplugging this microwave, and look, here you got an outlet, and instead of putting a plate on it, they filled it full of plaster. Who knows what's going on over there, but we're gonna have to do something about that later. You know, it could be shorting something out. Who knows? Okay guys, we've got everything off that's on this 15 amp breaker. So we're going to turn it on, verify it's on, and then we're going to see how many amps we got drawn on it. Should be nothing. You want to verify that it's on?
Right here?
No, just verify it.
Oh,
yeah, okay, good enough. Good enough.
Visual.
He just went ahead and turned that on because that's on there. So let me shut this door so the dog don't get out.
So right now we have 0.
Okay, that's a good sign.
Flip the switch.
Okay, let's flip the switch to the light right here, guys, and see what we read. Let's see here. Okay, light's going on. What do we got? 0.1. Okay, so now I want to turn it off. So let me get a picture of that real quick. Okay, guys, we're going to go plug in the microwave and see what happens. Okay guys, he's going to plug it in, but we're not going to turn it on. We're just going to see how much it draws when it's on standby, once he plugs it in. You want a chair to stand on?
No, I
or
just
a
can
ladder?
see it from there. There you go.
Okay, so now it's on standby. It's just at the clock. We're going to go see what it draws, just like that. Okay, we're out here at the panel, and go ahead and get a reading on that wire. What's it say?
Nearly nothing.
Nearly nothing. Okay, we're gonna go fire up that microwave on high and see what it does. Okay guys, Vinny's gonna put some water in this microwave. We always like to put something in there. We don't like to run it with nothing in there. I don't know. I read something somewhere. I don't know if it's true or not. But we're just gonna put some water, and then we're gonna put it on high and put it on for 10 minutes. It's good, man. Just fire it up.
Making sure it rolls.
It's rolling.
Because it sticks out. Look how.
Fire it up, guy. I don't want to. I want to leave it just the way it is. That way, if there is something wrong, we know it.
10 minutes?
Yeah, 10 minutes high. Okay, guys. We got it going. It's on high. Now we're going to go see what it does out there. Whoa, we're pulling 16.2 amps.
16.3.
16.3 on a 15 amp. And nothing else is on there.
That's what's causing it. It's causing an overload.
Let's see. It's causing an overload. Okay, so we have room for a dedicated circuit. Right here, we can take one of these 20 amps out and put a double 20, and that'll give us room for another wire. Okay, guys, we were going to start plugging some in here. I thought this was just a TV stand, but it isn't. It's just one of those logs with artificial heat. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and plug this in. And then what we're going to do is turn it on. We're going to turn the microwave off and get a reading on this just to see what this pulls. Okay, we got it left at the setting that they had it on, and we just put the power to it. So let's go see what it's pulling.
Yeah.
Okay, it's at 0.1. It's pulling hardly nothing, probably because it's just on the light. Now we're going to put the heat on it and see what it pulls. Okay, guys, we went ahead and we put the heat on. Now it's got the light and the heat. Let's see what it's pulling.
10.1.
10.1 amps
16.
with the heater on, plus the 16. Okay. Jeez. Let me get a picture of that. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and try the TV by itself. Okay, guys, we got the TV. This is unplugged. We got the TV on. Now we're going to go see what we got out there. Okay, as I thought, the TV is just 0.6, which is nothing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add the microwave again and then put on that heater. Now what we're going to do, no, let's do this, Benny. Now let's go put on all the light switches. We marked everything with tape. Let's put everything on with the TV and no microwave and no heater. And let's see what we're getting that way. Okay, guys, we turned on every light, as you can see. And we got the microwave plugged in, but it's not running. It's on standby. And we got the TV on. So let's see what we get now. Okay, right now we're at 2.1 amps. So basically for just lighting
And
TV. Now, when they start adding the microwave and they start adding that heater, I really think it's the heater that's doing it all. Let's go fire out the microwave to 10 minutes with all the lights on, without the heater, and leave the TV on, okay? So let's go do that. Okay, now we got the microwave on, TV on, and lights on. And we are at 17.5.6. So right there, it could end up getting warm and tripping it. So we're going to leave it on now and see what it does.
Feel it.
It shouldn't be too warm. I think it's that heater that's doing it. So if we were to run a dedicated circuit to that microwave, that would clear the issue up.
Yeah.
Because I bet you could run the heater all day long, right? You could run that little heater all day long with all the lights and everything, and it'd be good. So let's just go ahead, and we're going to run it for 10 minutes, and then we're going to add the heater to the equation and see what it does. If you want, go ahead and flip the here, put that on there, and I'll watch it. Go ahead and turn the heat on, and let's see what it jumps up to real quick. I'm going to try to get a picture of it too.
Don't let the tips touch.
Yeah, we're good.
They shouldn't touch.
Okay, guys, he's going to run and go turn.
With the heat, right?
Yeah, with the heat. Shut the door. Okay, guys, he's going to turn the heat on. Okay. 26.5 with the heat on. 26.5 with the heat on.
Should I turn it off?
No, let it pop. You go ahead, turn it off, and then we'll let the microwave roll, and then we'll turn it back on.
Want me to turn off that one?
Just the heater.
Okay.
No, hey, no. Okay, it just blew itself right there. Hey, I said no. Hey, I don't mind you playing, but don't jump on me. Hey,
It popped right by the.
look at him. He's got a hair up his ass. Hey, hey. He knows I'm videotaping. He's showing off. Hey, stop it. How can I work like that with you jumping on me? Huh? How am I going to work like that, boy?
Protect me. Come here, my boy. Come here, my boy.
How cute. Okay, we tripped the breaker, Vinny. So let's do this. What we're going to do, guys, is go shut the heat off, and then we're going to run it with the microwave and lights on only, and then that pretty much concludes why this thing is tripping. Okay, guys, we ran the heater that they have in that room with the lights, TV, and it doesn't get past 12 amps. Not even. It's 11 point something. So if we take this microwave off and give it its own dedicated circuit, put a 20 amp, pull some wires, put a 20 amp, put 12 gauge wire with a 20 amp breaker. We have room. Bring it through the attic, pop it through there, delete that circuit, and that there is a problem right there, all filled in with plaster. You know, I don't want to insult nobody, but that can be a problem. So we'll delete that circuit, put one next to it, cap that one off, and now this will be running all by itself. And at that point, what will happen is they can run everything. They can run their TV, they can run their little wall heater, they can run everything on that 115 amp circuit. And we can put a 20 amp dedicated for this one. Because I was thinking, well, maybe I would share that 20 amp circuit with that heater, but then that'll put me at, this was how much? 16?
16
plus 10.1 is 26 amps. So we don't want to do that. We just want to get a dedicated circuit for this, because this shouldn't be on a, there's no way this should be on a 15 amp breaker to begin with all these lights and TV. So we just run a 20 amp over here and take that away from the equation, and this house will be running pretty good. Guys, we're going to do one more test. We're going to put that on 15 minutes
with all the lights on,
with all the lights on, with the TV on, but no heater. And I'm going to see if this will trip it all by itself. Go ahead and load it
I
up.
want to know too. So there's no harm in turning this light on
No.
and this light on, because even if it's not on the circuit, then
Well, once we find out, go shut the breaker off and I'll let you know.
yeah, that would
When I
help.
see the microwave go, I'll let you know about the kitchen.
Okay, thank you.
So what he's going to do is go shut that 15 amp breaker off. We didn't realize whether or not this was on there as well. So I don't think it was. Okay, it is. So now we got more lighting on there. We got a kitchen light on there with a fan and this one. So it is part of it. Yeah, it's part of it, Vinny.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, so let's turn them on. Leave them on.
Okay.
Let's turn the microwave on 15 minutes, and let's see if it blows without the heater. Because I would like to know that. Okay, what he did here, he's putting the microwave on 15 minutes. We've got we added 2 more lights. Somehow we forgot to see if these 2 lights were on the breaker, and it is. So now we got an additional. So let's go out there to the meter now and see what we got with everything on. Turn them all on.
Yeah.
All right, let's go out there and see what your amp meter says, okay?
Without the microwave?
No, with it. Okay, without it. Let's go see what it is without it, and then we'll come back and turn it
We
on.
don't need this.
Okay, guys, we're going to see what it's pulling just with the lights on. And we're at 2.5 amps with just lights and TV. So now let that hang there, and let's go turn on the microwave, okay? Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put on the microwave and see if it blows it without the heater. Now let's go see what we got total
Running.
with all the lights on. Okay, guys, with the microwave on and just the lights, and the TV. Is the TV on?
Yeah.
And the TV on, which is pretty much normal for this household because they have kids. We're going to see if it eventually pops that 15 amp breaker. Okay, guys, we set it at 15 minutes and it's 11. So we're going to see how long it takes to eventually pop that 15 amp. I believe it will. It pops it more faster with that little wall heater, but I think it's eventually gonna pop by itself without it, because right now we've got how many amps on that 15? 20
With the
with the lights, 16, 17.
With the
I
heater,
think, yeah,
just a little
no,
more?
just right now. I think we're at like 18 amps.
Yeah.
Let's go look, guys. Let's go see what it is. Okay, guys, it is set at Okay, it's down to 16.8. It's kind of mellowed out. So let's see if it pops eventually. Let me feel the wire. Okay, the wire is getting warm. All right. Okay, guys, it's 4 minutes to go, and we added this here. Now we're going to see how much amps that pulls. Now, it was at 16.2 a minute ago. Let's go see what it's pulling now.
16.5.
Okay, guys, so it didn't, that little fan on that light didn't bring it up too much. It just brought it up about 0.3. So it's really not pulling much more with that fan. So, and usually a 15 amp breaker won't trip at 16, especially if it's new. That's new. Usually it'll go up to about 18 to 19 before it'll actually trip. That's been my experience. It's not something I know, it's just something that I've seen with my own eyes. Whenever you put a brand new breaker in, which that is, it'll do better than 15. So, and as you can see, it is, but the wire is warm, and I think the minute she turns on anything else, you know, puts like a vacuum on the line or something like that, that's when it's going to trip right there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to let it finish out the 15 minutes, and then we're going to do one more little test. Okay, guys, well, we were playing around with the analyzer because there got a bunch of open grounds over here. This did trip. We turned it back on, but we got the microwave off and it's holding steady. Eventually the microwave heated it up enough to trip that. It was pulling around 17.6 amps, and it eventually tripped that 15 amp breaker. All right, I think the ideal solution is to add a line, a dedicated 20 amp line to the box, and then she'll be able to run all her normal stuff. Go ahead.
It's pretty cool toy. Why aren't you getting anything like this, Dad?
Because it never came from the 99-cent store. Okay, what we think happened here was this used to be a hood fan, and the hood fans only usually pull maybe 2 amps at the most. It's just a little fan motor and a little light bulb. And they took out, in fact, that looks like a 42-inch opening. Vinny, that probably had a 42-inch hood fan there. Give me a measurement from here to there.
Yeah, 42.
Okay, 42 on the money. Wow. So this used to have a 42-inch hood fan, which pulled only 2 amps. And then they replaced it with a microwave that's pulling 16.6, I think, on a 15-amp circuit. That's your issue right here. So the remedy would be to pull another circuit. All right, guys, I think that's it. I just talked to the tenant, and the outlets that she was having problems with, she described it as being the one at the TV and a light, which is all on that same circuit. So that makes a lot of sense. So that's going to wind it up here, and that'll be it. You want to say goodbye, Vinny? All right.